Okay. All right, thank you. First person, your telephone number ends with 6456. 6456. Your email ends with ms@gmail.com. ms@gmail.com. So your email ends with ms@gmail.com. Your telephone number ends with 6456. So I don't think this person is here. Okay, I'll move on. Okay, next person, your telephone number ends with 374749. 3749, and your Gmail ends with WOO at gmail.com. WO at gmail.com. Okay, I'll take this phone is not here as well. Okay, next person, your telephone number ends with 562. Hold on, sorry. The telephone number ends 5862. 5862. And your email ends with e@gmail.com. e@gmail.com. And your postcode ends with 5AZ. 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 Telephone number 5862. 5862. Let me try to look at. Don't think. Okay. I can see the person here. All right. Okay. I don't. What I said is that you need to send a private chat to me. Okay. So okay, I can see the person there. I can go ahead anyway. Okay. All right. Cool. Okay. All right. So the personal statement looks okay to me, to be honest. So okay, layout is okay as well. So one thing I can ask, keys and tools looks okay as well, to be honest, it's fine. But if you can reduce the space between that and the education, I think that will really, I think the space is a lot anyway. Maybe because you are trying to make sure that everything else is on the first page, then yeah, but I think it's fine. So, but you need to structure the education a bit because, yeah, this, or you put a space because, for instance, you put December 20, blah, 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 and you put the profession, you put the next one. So before the June one, I think you can put enter, you can, yeah, enter so that there will be space in between those two anyway. So that's fine. So, yeah. Okay. Okay. I think this is good. The only thing I can see that is not there will be the project that you worked on. If you can add the project and the tools, right? But I think that this is good anyway. Even though I think you put worked on blah blah blah. So I would put at the bottom of each of the row, I'll put project, right? Then I will list the project. I think you have it in inside the description anyway. So if you can put the name of the project and also a description about the projects that you worked on, I think it's fine. But it's really, really good. Well done. I think this is, yeah, I think you can start even sending it out anyway. But if you can put the, yeah, if you can put the project, that would really be good. Yeah, well done. Okay. So next person, your telephone number ends with 9039, and your email ends with du@outlook.com. du@outlook.com. Your telephone number has got your email address rather has got your first name dot your last name at outlook.com. Let me see. I think I can find the person here anyway. So okay. All right. And your telephone number ends with 90. Okay. 16. I said you need to send a personal message to me, not to everyone. Okay. Okay. All right. This is okay, so the template is okay, but one thing I normally advise people, if you use this type of template that's got a column at the left-hand side, right? Because so you need to ensure that you are smart about it. So the next page should not have that column anyway. So it's okay to have first page with that column, right? You know, the shaded gray one anyway. Because if you look at the next one, the second page, third page, and fourth page, that column is just wasted anyway. So it's not, yeah, good uh use of space anyway. So but in terms of the format, I think you can amend that. For me, I would prefer a if a template that doesn't have that kind of column on the left. But if you have to use it, it's okay on the first page to put your summary there. Then on the second page, it has to be full page anyway without the column. So if you can amend that. So yeah, now going into what you put in there. Okay. So if you can expand more on the personal statement, it will be good. Okay. Okay. All right. This is okay anyway. In terms of the content is fine. The only thing I would want to say is a matter of consistency, right? Because in the other part at the bottom you put key achievements. You didn't put on the one at the top. So if you can also put the key achievements on the one at the top, that would be good. So and also, yeah, if you can add project, that also is brilliant anyway. But to be honest, this is good if you can look at the feedback that I said, one, the first one is like, if you can use a different template, that would be good. Or the second line, just the second page, just ensure that it's a full page, not with the column on the left. Then add key achievements like the other one. So the first row, the second row has not got, I think, yeah, okay, the second row has got key achievements. So, but the first one hasn't got. So if you add that anyway. So another thing, core competence, which I think is a good one, I would maybe bring it to the, you can put it in the, if you are using this format after the education, right, you can put your core competence at the bottom of that to fill that space instead of putting at the bottom anyway. So that's one thing I would do. But to be honest, I think if you get a better template, yeah. So, but if you want to go with this template, it's fine. Remove the last page as well anyway. So okay, so but this is good. Well done. So next one, okay, I think I can see this person here as well. So next person, your telephone number ends with 8942, and your email ends with yi@gmail.com. Your postcode ends with 0UD. If you are there, let me know. Just send a message to me on Zoom, but I can see you anyway. Okay, so the professional summary, it's okay, I think. Okay. Yeah, I really don't know why you bold the A plus dot network plus security plus, yeah, and you didn't bold the other one. So I would, yeah, to be honest, I don't think that is necessary because the other key point or keywords in that particular uh, personal statement that would need to be bold in any way, which you did not. So I would say maybe you should just leave everything without bold anyway. But yeah. Then also, I think it's kind of like a three paragraph. So if you can move the other one, the last paragraph into merge it with the second paragraph, it will be good anyway. So, but yeah. So, okay. All right. You need to look at the format of the education and certificate. Hold on, let me check that properly. So if I download it. Yeah. So you need to look at the format. You see the format when you started, June 2020, 2016, and you put the name of the university, then April 2023, you put the name as well. So, but then when you come here, blah, 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 it's a different format. I think you need to be consistent with that. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Then experience, okay. Okay. All right. So I think the first role is okay. Anyway, second one. So there's a gap, right, on the CV, right? So you might need, because one, if you are putting the role for September 2022 in there, right? So, okay. All right. So I think, yeah, you just need to look at that. So what is that? So let's go to the top and see if that is the time you went to school. Right. Maybe that is the time. So yeah, but some people might not even look at it. They will just look at, yeah. So maybe you might need to, yeah, put that time there and then say school or something like that anyway, because that gap is there. They might not think about the fact that oh, you are in the uni or something like that anyway. But yeah, having said that, yeah, um, this is okay anyway. It's just yeah, those little things that I think yeah, you should be fine anyway. So next one, okay, this person. Okay, the next person, your telephone number ends with 32672 right? And your postcode ends with 1EQ. 1EQ. If you can send a private chat to me that you are there and I can see you here anyway. At least I just know that, yeah, if you can. Okay. Telephone number ending with 2672, 2672, and your email ends with d@yahoo.com, and your postcode ends with 1EQ. 1EQ. Can you send a private chat on Zoom to me on Zoom? Right. Okay, all right. First, I like the I'm not sure. Should I move on? I can't see you, or I don't want to waste the time anyway. So I need you to send a message to me on the Zoom if you are there. So I'm going to assume you are not anyway. So okay, I'm going to move on anyway. But I can see you there, but I don't think you. Okay, okay. All right, okay, I'm going to. Okay, no problem. Okay, all right. So so like I said, this person's postcode ends with 1EQ, telephone number ends with 2672, right? I like the profile and also area of knowledge and skills, okay, right, which is brilliant. Professional experience, okay, which is good anyway. So I like the summary part, which is really, really brilliant anyway, which is good. Then, but the only thing is like, yeah, when it comes to responsibility, you only put three responsibility. I don't think that's sufficient anyway. So I'm looking for around 12 responsibility, 10 to 12 actually, right? So Even the other one that's not even the professional experience, you even put more anyway. So yeah, I would say 10 to 12 responsibilities is what I'm looking for anyway. So then also the project that you worked on, you need to add them, and also the role. Because for you, you only have one role that you need to ensure that that role is very, very rich to get it now. You need to ensure that it's rich, what you've done, you want to establish that anyway. So within the time that you have, do you get? So that means you need to put the tools that you use, you need to put the project as well. You need to put, yeah, so because it's only one role that only one job that you put in there anyway. So the second one, I don't, because you put to present, that is overlapping. You need to decide what you need to do. I think the previous one has to terminate before the next one. Otherwise, they will say, okay, you're doing two jobs or something like that. So you need to look into that, because one of the questions that they will be asking, they might not ask is like, okay, what happens when you get their own job? Are you still going to work for one organization or what? Yeah. So you need to look into that anyway. So yeah. So yeah, I can see you have the key project at the bottom, all right? But I will put the key project at the top, maybe after the that particular row, right? That's got the project anyway, instead of putting at the bottom. So and one thing that you could also do, right, is to put the educational and qualification, professional development, technical provisions at the top, right? So that your experience can start on the next page, right? So because some people might not even look at what you put at the bottom anyway. So I think that's another thing that you can put them at the top, so that the top becomes like a front page anyway that talks about you, then your experience is in the next page. So that's another thing that you can do. But whether Okay, next person. I'm not sure. I don't think this person is here. Right. Your telephone number ends with is 4075. 4075. Right. 4075. And your email ends with ty@gmail.com. ty@gmail.com. So ty@gmail.com. And your surname starts with O. Okay. Do we have this person here? Telephone number ending with 4075 and email ending with ty@gmail.com. Okay, moving on. Next person, telephone number ending with 5596, 5596, 5596. So, and your email ends with nl at yahoo.com. nl@yahoo.com. Your postcode ends with 40U. Are you there? 40U. 40U. I don't think you are. Okay. So, okay, the last one I'm going to look into now. Your telephone number ends with 1208, 1208, and your email ends with ia@yahoo.com. If you are there, if you can send a message to me on Zoom, please. Okay. Personal message. Okay, all right. So are you there? Okay, this person, your telephone number ends with 1208. 1208. I said Zoom. I did not ask anyone to send any message to me on Telegram. I said Zoom. Okay. So if you are sending any message to me on Telegram, I think I'm not checking that. Okay. We are on Zoom. You should be able to do so. Okay. All right. Okay. I'm going to move back to another one. Okay. So I'm going to review this one now. Okay. All right. 1 minute. So I think maybe everyone is not able to add. Damisola, can you make me a co-host, please? Maybe I think that's the issue. Right. All right, cool. I think I'm the host now anyway. So okay. All right, cool. I'm going to go back quickly, right? So for this particular one, your telephone number ends with 4075, 4075, and your email ends with ty@gmail.com, ty@gmail.com. Okay. So, okay. So I'm going to review that now quickly, right? Yeah, so I think you still need a bit of work actually, to be honest. So it's still a bit yeah, still need a bit of work. I'll tell you one, right. Professional summary is getting there. So well done anyway. So but you need to decide which one are you doing. Are you doing quality assurance or cyber security? That's first. You need to establish that. That is one. Then two, based on that, you need to, from what you've written in the summary, it looks like a cybersecurity professional, right? So if that is the case, then that is fine. So additional skills is okay. But I think in the additional skill rather, you put it in columns, right? I don't think you need to do that. If you are adding it in columns, then it should be like two columns. The other one should be in the other columns, but it's one column, right? But there's no other um skills in the second column, actually. So I would say that if you want to use one column, use one column. If you want to use two columns, then both column has to have content inside anyway. So please look into that. So then education, right? I don't know. It seems this particular template is not really, or maybe it's not really great one. Maybe you need to look at different one, or maybe you've edited it wrongly anyway. So maybe look for a better template, to be honest. Yeah. So if you can, yeah. So, okay. Except from that, the tools looks okay, right? So experience, okay, and projects, okay. Yeah, I think you still need a bit of work on this. For instance, your experience, even though the name of the company is there, the name of the role is from when to when, right? And yeah, you added responsibility, but yeah, so only five responsibility. I would say you should add more. I like the part of project, which is good anyway. And you've kind of put them in two columns. I would say maybe bold the title so that they know the title of the project anyway. So another thing that you could also add is the tool that you use on each of the projects. You can add them anyway. So, but yeah, this is good, but I think you just need to work on this feedback. Well done. Yeah. Okay. All right. So next person, I'm going to review the CV. So your telephone number ends is 1208, and your email ends with ia@yahoo.com. So, okay. Okay. All right. So this is okay, right? But I just want to kind of look into, yeah. Your summary is okay. The skill is fine. Qualification is good. Education is fine. Work experience, okay. But one thing, yeah, if you can add the project that you worked on, it will be good as well. So, but now when you look into the next row, the January 2021 to September 2024, I would drop yeah, I will assume that this is your company, right? So if it's your company, you are going to be everything within the company. So I would say that maybe within this company, you also be doing some testing and everything. So I would say you should put that in there rather than putting the big role anyway. So that's one thing I can say anyway, because if you're the owner of your company, you can decide what you, as a startup, you'll be the BA, you'll be the keyway, you'll be the developer of your company, of what you are developing anyway, whether you have a site or you, yeah. So that's another thing that I would ask you to do anyway. So because that road that you put there might not fly anyway. Hope that is clear. Okay. All right. So, okay. All right. Cool. That is you then. Okay. Okay. All right. So, okay. 1 minute. Okay. All right. So the last person. Okay. So I'm thinking it will be this particular person. Let me know if you are the one, postcode ending with 40U, and then telephone number ending with 5596. 5596. Is that you? Okay, cool, brilliant. Okay, all right. So, okay, So for the education, right? So I think the certificate, not diploma anyway. So that's one, right? So I think you can change that anyway. So then another thing is yeah, you can remove the blue sky from the education part because that is already in the experience anyway. So, okay. All right. So skills and ability. Okay. Okay. That is fine. Then another thing, you need to be consistent with the bullet points that you're adding, right? So I would say you should use the same bullet point that you use for the diploma one for the experience, not the one that you use I don't think that is really, really good anyway. So, okay, even, yeah, you just mix them together. So you need to be consistent anyway. So the responsibility, you need to do more, right? You only put one, two, three, four, or five, right? Like I said before, you want to put like 10 to 15 responsibility, right? And also add the tools that you use, add the project that you did as well, if you can. Yeah. So, okay. Yeah, you need to do the same thing for the next row as well. Anyway, but yeah. But well done. This is a good start anyway. So I think, yeah, what I'm expecting you to do, right? Improve on that. Okay. So let the bullet point be consistent, even consistency in terms of the format of the bullets, the space as well. You need to be consistent. Each of the rows, put the tools that you use in the rows and also put the project as well. So, and ensure that you put 10 to 12 responsibilities anyway. Okay. All right, cool. So now before I go, okay, is there anyone there that you've sent your CV but I have not mentioned? Right. If you can just send a private message to me. All right. You send your CV but I haven't called you. Okay. Okay. All right, cool. So I think we can stop recording. Right. So if that's okay.